In a world that values love and relationships, what happens when there's a gender imbalance? Today, we'll explore 6 countries where the number of single women surpasses that of men. In various regions of the world, there is an imbalance in the male-to-female ratios. These norms differ across cultures and can inadvertently contribute to gender disparities, affecting the chances of finding a partner for single women in some regions. This poses the question, what leads to gender imbalance? These gender imbalances stem from societal, cultural, historical, and economic factors. Let's start with the societal factors. Societal factors encompass the values, beliefs, and norms that shape a society's expectations regarding gender roles and relationships. For instance, in some cultures, like India, there may be a preference for male offspring due to patriarchal traditions. These beliefs contribute to the desire for male heirs, leading to gender-based bias and discrimination against female children. Additionally, societal norms that limit women's mobility or hinder their access to education can affect their chances of forming meaningful relationships, or preferences for significant age gaps between spouses and restrict the availability of partners for ladies. Secondly, economic factors. Countries that have experienced significant waves of emigration or migration due to political turmoil or economic factors may have a surplus of single women. Men often migrate for better opportunities or safety, leaving behind a surplus of single women. These migration flows create disparities in the local dating pool and raise questions about the long-term consequences of such imbalances. Thirdly, cultural factors. Cultural factors vary across regions and can significantly influence gender imbalance. For example, in certain cultures where early marriage is prevalent, women may face pressure to marry at a young age, can limit their education, career, and personal development opportunities, ultimately contributing to a larger population of single women. War and conflict exacerbate gender imbalances too. During prolonged conflicts, there is often a higher demand for male soldiers, and casualties disproportionately impact the male population. This creates a disparity, leaving many single women seeking suitable partners. Now that you understand what leads to this gender imbalance, let's start with country number 6, Lithuania. Currently, Lithuania holds the distinction of having the highest percentage of single women, comprising 53.07% of the overall population. Lithuania experienced rapid economic and social transformations after its independence from the Soviet Union in 1990. These changes brought various opportunities, including increased educational prospects and employment options for women. With more substantial financial independence, women have prioritized personal development, career growth, and self-sufficiency, leading to postponing marriage and focusing on individual accomplishments. Lithuania has consistently excelled in education, with women consistently outperforming men. As of last year, Lithuanian women comprised 58% of university enrollments in the STEM courses. This educational advantage gives them better employment prospects and increased confidence in pursuing their goals and aspirations. Lithuania has also faced a situation where many of its young and productive men have chosen to migrate to other parts of Europe for better opportunities. A declining male population leads to more single women. Another factor is the changing cultural norms and attitudes. As Lithuania continues to evolve, cultural norms and attitudes have undergone significant modifications, embracing a more progressive mindset. This societal transformation has been pivotal in shaping individuals' choices, including their perspective on marriage and long-term commitments. While the rise of single women in Lithuania represents progress and positive change, it also presents some challenges for society to address and overcome. You see, the declining number of marriages and delayed reproduction due to this demographic shift have led to a lower birth rate in Lithuania. A lower birth rate can affect various aspects, such as the labor market, the economy, and the overall sustainability of the nation. On to the 5th country, Russia. Russia's surplus of single women comprises 53.55% of the population. Similar to Estonia and Lithuania, Russian men have a higher likelihood of struggling with alcohol addiction. This problem has intensified since the Soviet Union dissolved in the early 1990s. Over the past 3 decades, a large portion of the male population in Russia has been experiencing the lasting consequences of excessive alcohol consumption and regular smoking. Regarding the impact on the number of single women, such addictions can contribute to a higher number for a few reasons. Firstly, alcoholism can lead to health issues and premature death, resulting in fewer available men for potential relationships. Secondly, substance abuse can often lead to strained relationships, making it more challenging for men with such addictions to establish and maintain stable partnerships. As a result, there may be a disproportionate number of single women compared to men in these circumstances. Additionally, Russia has witnessed a remarkable rise in women's educational and professional pursuits. Women have excelled academically, outperforming men in many fields. The Ukrainian war is another issue that has also had significant repercussions on the gender balance in Russia. The conflict resulted in the displacement and loss of life among the male population, creating a disparity. The loss of men in these areas has created a surplus of single women seeking companionship. With many men serving in the military or facing uncertain futures, women living in these conflict zones often find it challenging to establish stable relationships. Moreover, the war's emotional and psychological toll has influenced men's ability to form or sustain relationships, leaving many women without potential partners. While the surplus of single women in Russia presents challenges, it also highlights the strength and resilience of Russian women as they navigate changing societal landscapes. Acknowledging and addressing the gender imbalance can pave the way for more inclusive conversations and efforts to support individuals affected by conflicts or economic circumstances. Let us go to country number 4, Latvia. Latvia's high number of single women comprises 53.68% of the population. This difference is because men in this region often engage in behaviors that can harm their health. In Latvia, men tend to drink heavily and smoke more frequently. These habits can lead to various health issues like heart disease and cancer. As a result, the life expectancy for Latvian men is around 68 years, while women tend to live about 10 years longer, reaching an average of 78 years. Additionally, the rate of suicide is also higher among men in this population. Among all countries in the European Union, Latvia has the second highest rate of suicide. To be more specific, there are 16.1 suicides per 100,000 people when adjusted for age and population size. Conversely, the changing economic landscape has provided increased opportunities for Latvian women. Latvia's high number of single women and declining birth rate challenge the country's future demographics. With more women remaining single or having children later in life, there is a concern regarding an aging population and potential strain on healthcare and pension systems. Addressing these concerns may involve encouraging family planning, supporting working parents, and promoting work-life balance. Country number 3, Ukraine. Ukraine has a 53.71% of the total population comprising of women. Well, how did Ukraine become the country with the third highest number of single women? First, let's explore the socioeconomic factors that have contributed to this trend. Ukraine has experienced significant political and economic changes, including the fall of the Soviet Union, financial instability, and ongoing conflict in the eastern part of the country. Economic instability can make it challenging for men to provide stable financial security, which is often an essential criterion for many women when considering a partner or starting a family. Additionally, the ongoing conflict has tragically led to more casualties among men. This has created an imbalance in the gender ratio, with fewer men available for relationships and marriage. Traditionally, Ukrainian culture has upheld patriarchal norms, where men were expected to be the primary breadwinners and women were responsible for housekeeping and childcare. However, societal expectations are shifting, and women are increasingly seeking independence, education, and professional opportunities. This paradigm shift has empowered women to pursue their ambitions and aspirations rather than solely relying on marriage for security. As a result, more women are choosing to remain single and focus on their careers or personal growth. Another significant factor contributing to the increasing number of single women in Ukraine is the rise of online dating and globalization. With the advent of technology, online dating platforms have become popular in Ukraine. This has provided women with a broader pool of potential partners, both locally and internationally. Access to these platforms has given women more agency in choosing their partners and exploring various options. The influence of globalization has further opened up opportunities for women to study or work abroad. Recognizing the challenges faced by single women, Ukraine has ratified the most important international and regional agreements concerning human rights, gender equality, and women's empowerment, GEWE. Furthermore, social awareness campaigns and educational programs are being conducted to challenge stereotypes and promote healthy relationships based on mutual understanding, respect, and equality. Country number 2, Belarus. Belarus has a high percentage of single women, accounting for a remarkable 53.91% of the overall population. As observed, the cultural dynamics in Belarus play a significant role in shaping personal choices regarding relationships and marriage. Like many countries, Belarusian women have gained greater independence, pursuing higher education and focusing on their careers. As a result, the age at which women choose to marry has increased, leading to a higher percentage of single women. You see, in Belarus, there has been a gradual shift towards gender equality and the recognition of women's rights. This shift has given women a stronger voice in determining their destiny, including the choice of staying single, pursuing personal goals, and focusing on self-development. This empowerment has contributed to the increasing number of single women. The availability of economic opportunities, professional goals, and career aspirations also influences the number of single women in Belarus. And at the top of the list, country number 1, Armenia. Armenia has a 54.97% of women in the total population. The Armenian genocide that occurred during and after the First World War and its aftermath are mostly to blame for Armenia's scarcity of men. 1.5 million Armenians were either sent to death marches through the Syrian desert or were slaughtered in mass killings while still living under Turkish Ottoman authority. In recent years, Armenia has experienced a seismic shift in social norms. Traditional gender roles are gradually being challenged and redefined, giving women newfound independence and empowerment. As a result, many Armenian women are choosing to prioritize their personal and professional growth before settling down. Moreover, the increased participation of women in the workforce suggests that they seek financial stability and self-reliance. Marriage is no longer considered the defining factor of a woman's life in Armenia. Society is gradually embracing the idea that personal happiness and fulfillment can be found outside the traditional bounds of matrimony. This shifting mindset is liberating women from societal pressures to settle down, allowing them to explore alternative paths to happiness. This reflects the changing attitudes towards marriage and highlights the desire for individuality and self-fulfillment. The percentage of women appointed for leadership roles has increased steadily from 33.3% in 2016 to 36.9% last year. As women assert themselves in the professional sphere, marriage may take a back seat on their list of priorities. Throughout the world, various nations have experienced shifts in societal norms and values, leading to a rise in single women. While the underlying reasons may differ, these examples prove that pursuing personal happiness and self-fulfillment is a universal aspiration. Let us appreciate and respect women's choices, regardless of the country they reside in. Recognizing that being single is not synonymous with loneliness or dissatisfaction is essential. Rather, it symbolizes empowerment, personal growth, and the freedom to shape one's path. Remember, societal norms and expectations are ever evolving, and individual happiness should be the compass that guides us all. Are you ready to witness the unbelievable? Hit that subscribe button, play on the next video, and get ready to be blown away by even more astounding facts about countries worldwide.